Coming up on this edition of Carolina Insider, how a certain women's sport has grown exponentially.
We probably doubled in size since last year.
Carolina and Clemson are competing to save lives.
Beat Clemson, donate.
How USC is receiving a federal grant to help its students. Carolina Insider starts now. Hello, and thank you for joining us. I'm Madelyn Cooper. We begin today with a groundbreaking federal grant for the University of South Carolina. The Department of Education is giving USC's College of Education $35 million. The money will help improve college and career readiness for more than 20,000 disadvantaged middle and high school students throughout the state. It's one of the largest federal grants USC has ever received. In more news from the federal front, President-elect Donald Trump is wasting no time in filling his cabinet, recently announcing multiple appointments. Making headlines this week, Trump selected Howard Lutnick for Commerce Secretary, former Representative Sean Duffy for Secretary of Transportation, and Brendan Carr to lead the Federal Communications Commission. 11 spots still need to be filled, including Treasury, Education, and Agriculture. One of South Carolina's very own senators will also have a new role in the administration. Trump has appointed Tim Scott as the incoming chair of the National Republican Senatorial Committee. According to Fox News, Scott's role will be able to help even more Republicans get elected in 2026 and further expand the map. South Carolina Governor Henry McMaster will be looking to Scott to help those whose land was damaged during Hurricane Helene. McMaster asked for more than $600 million in federal emergency funds to support farming and forestry industries affected by the storm. In the meantime, if you or your property have been affected by this year's weather, a couple of resource days have been set up to help. Several federal agencies will be coming together to assist tomorrow in Greenville and Friday, December 6th in Myrtle Beach. One of the state's biggest rivalries is right around the corner. Carolina and Clemson are going head-to-head in the Palmetto Bowl next weekend. But right now, it's a blood battle. The 40th annual Carolina-Clemson blood drive started on Monday. Students can donate blood in Russell House and in the Bloodmobiles on Green Street from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., now until Friday. Clemson beat USC on the field and the blood drive last year. Blood drive volunteers hope the rivalry will encourage people to donate.
We have a great rivalry against them, and it's just nice to be able to both get together and do something important like save lives.
The winner of the blood battle will be announced at the rivalry game. And in another tradition, Gamecocks get ready for the Tiger Burn tonight at 6 p.m. Students, faculty, and alumni can get fired up for the game by watching the Tiger go up in flames. The Palmetto Bowl will take place in Clemson next Saturday at noon. But first, the Gamecocks have their final home game of this season, Saturday at 4 p.m. USC is celebrating senior night and is facing off against Wofford. While all eyes might be on the football field this weekend, another kind of football is also getting our attention. Here with today's Garnet Report is Carolina Insider's Barlow Cooper. Barlow?
What is one of the fastest growing sports in America? Some call it Australian rules football, others call it rugby. But no matter what you may call it, with nearly 3 million players worldwide, the sport is catching on. Hannah Roper, a junior USC student, has been playing women's club rugby for 2 seasons now. She, like many of her teammates, did not know much about the sport until joining the team.
So a lot of people, when they come into the sport and they join our club team, like myself, I had never heard of rugby before, and a lot of girls are like that.
This past summer, the USA women's rugby team won its first Olympic medal. This is the first medal an American rugby team has won since 1924, when the men's team brought home the gold. In the United States alone, women's rugby participation levels have doubled each year for the past 5 years. In 2020, there were nearly 12,000 participants. Today, there are more than 180,000. This year, the USC Women's Club rugby team is celebrating 10 years of the program. The team is focused on introducing rugby to younger athletes to help expand the sport.
And so we really want to take a step further and reach out to the high school communities and teach girls about rugby so that they can just learn more about it and have more time to prepare. We really want to just introduce that and grow the sport altogether.
Coaches and organizations have seen a significant increase in player participation throughout the nation.
We probably doubled in size since last year. We've had 50 girls come out. We've had them consistently stay with us throughout the semester.
With the influence of players like Meier, a current contestant on ABC's Dancing with the Stars, the United States has more registered women rugby players than any other country in the world.
If you're interested in getting involved in rugby here at USC, you can find details about the team on Instagram, and the men team have a club team as well. Back to you in the studio, Madelyn. Thanks, Barlow. That's it for this edition of Carolina Insider, a student production here in the Kennedy Greenhouse studio in the School of Journalism and Mass Communications. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you back here on Friday.